What's up, everybody? John here from What's Johnny Watching, a place for physical media reviews and collecting. And today we're going to talk about this brand new 4K steelbook release from Sony, Air Force One. So let's get into it. With the use of Dolby Vision, Sony has taken an already great 4K scan of Air Force One and have improved it greatly. It takes the colors that are already on the screen and makes them stand out and pop, and it gives them more depth to what's already being shown. Like there are scenes where they're at the state dinner and you see the colors of the red against the colors of yellow and green and blue, and it just makes everything stand out. And there's a lot more detail to it. The motorcade as they're leaving the state dinner, you can see the Kremlin in the background. You see the colors of the red and the blue that are on top of the motorcade as it's going against the street where there's saturated with water. And even when they come up to Air Force One itself, the camera has a tracking shot as it pans around, and you can see the detail in the water droplets that are on the nose of Air Force One. It's presented in much better detail and more vibrant colors. And since the film is not really brightly lit, I had no issues, or I couldn't find anything when it comes to blooming. When there were whites on the screen, like on a piece of paper or anything like that, it wasn't blown out to where I couldn't read what was on the paper. It was a very fine level of white and great detail on it. As for their dark levels, like when they're in the limos or when he's down in the belly of the plane, I found no instances of the black crushing or trying to add more black to the shadowy parts of it. Everything looked fine and it looked great. And overall, the use of the Dolby Vision is the really big selling point for this transfer. Now, as for the audio on the 4K discs, there are two main tracks. Both are ported over from the 2018 version. One of them is the Dolby Atmos, and the other is the DTS HD Master 5.1 audio track. I have a Dolby Atmos sound system set up in my house, so I use the Dolby Atmos track. And it really shines. From the minute the film starts and you hear that Jerry Goldsmith score hit, it is loud and it is immersive. And as the film goes on, there are no audio drops. I didn't notice any audio drops in it where they'll focus on two characters talking to each other at the same time on the screen and they'll drop out the background noise. I found no issues with that. There's a scene where a steward is carrying some glasses on Air Force One, and he comes from the right side of the screen to the left, and you hear the clinking of the glasses as he's coming across to the center of the screen. To the left, you'll hear the clinking of the glasses get a little bit louder and louder and louder, and then once it hits the center, it's the loudest. And then as he goes to the left, it gets quieter and quieter. Like it really focuses on the audio aspect of those glasses at that scene. There's also a scene where Gary Oldman has Harrison Ford's face pushed up against a control panel towards the end of the film, and you hear the clicking of the buttons that are on that control panel as he's moving his face around to sort of rub his face in it. You hear the clicking of the buttons. Now on most films, they'll drown out that clicking noise so they can pick up the audio between the two characters that are on the screen at that same time. But with this Atmos track, it lets you feel everything, it lets you hear everything. And at some points in the film, it felt like pictures were going to come off my walls from the explosions that happen, from where the plane takes off, where it's trying to land, and where the eventual crash is. The audio is immersive. It makes you feel like you're right there watching this happen. And as for the special features that are included on the 4K disc, there's not really a whole lot of room to add anything to it. All you get a director's commentary by the late Wolfgang Peterson, and you get a theatrical trailer. Now there's more features, bonus features on the Blu-ray disc, which have, you know, a bunch of trailers that are Sony owned properties, and you get the commentary track by Wolfgang Peterson. But to me, I really don't need a lot of special features on the 4K disc. Just that's all I really needed. So my final thoughts on this transfer of Air Force One by Sony, 9.8 out of 10. Another great job by Sony with the Dolby Vision, the Dolby Atmos. Everything about it is top notch. If you're thinking of adding this to your collection, do it. I give it a thumbs up. It's very, very highly recommended. And with the price point of only $24.99 on Amazon, and the price will probably go down, it's not a bad pickup and a great add to your collection. So if you're planning on picking this up, leave a comment down in the section below. And if you like what you see, hit that like button, click that subscribe button, and click the notification bell. And one lucky subscriber will get the digital code to this fantastic flick. So until next time, see you later.